go. DryFire, perfect trigger press. I felt it, everything was awesome. Mickey with CarryTrainer.com. Everybody knows DryFire is where it's at. That's how you get the skills. The best shooters, the best instructors, they will all tell you if you want to get better, you got to DryFire. I want to talk a little bit about that because you can become worse as a shooter. Your skills can go down the toilet with improper dry practice. I want to talk about a specific product today that we are going to showcase in this video, and it's from some friends of mine. I got this beautiful cape out that was a gift to me from an African student, South African. I believe it's a Springbok. I thought I'd showcase it in this video to hide what's in this box. It is the newest DryFireMag. What's DryFireMag, may you ask? Well, I'm glad that you did. DryFireMag, got a cleared out Glock pistol, allows you to not have to do that. So how does it work? Verify the pistol's empty, take the appropriate DryFire mag meant for the pistol. I've got a stock Glock 19. I've got the Glock series DryFire mag. Insert, striker breaks, and now you get a trigger press. Pretty magical. When you're done with it, remove it, and you're back to business. So that's the first iteration of it. Quick side note on DryFire mag. I was very blessed that I was introduced to this family many years ago, and they are the longest running sponsor of our S12 event. And the founder, creator, inventor of the DryFire mag, his name's Stan. Stan's no longer with us. Stan decided to go home a couple of years ago and left us here on Earth, and I miss him, and I miss his fun talks that we would have on the phone, chatting about the things he was working on with this, but his family carries on, and I'm grateful for him and his wife, Sally, who supported us in our training. And so I want to make sure that you know about these people. This isn't just some company spitting out stuff. It's a family business made in the USA, really good people. So this product was on the market for a long time. At an S12 event many years ago, another company was there called Laser Ammo. Laser Ammo makes different types of training systems that work with pistols and rifles, and they have apps and they have targets and they have things that receive a laser input from the firearm that you're training with, and it allows you to score and do different things. Or quite simply, they make the laser cartridges, and these are a lot better than the junky ones that you see on Amazon, but they make these cartridges that go into the chamber of the pistol. And now, after many years of work, started a long time ago. I was there when they started talking about joining these together. So I've got one of the newest DryFire mags here, and I'm going to use this. This is meant for a SIG, P365. They got them for a few different guns. So first things first, we put the battery in. I'm going to show you the way that this stuff goes together, and I'll show you what it does. So I insert the laser cartridge into the chamber of the pistol. With my studio lights in here, it's hard to see what I'm doing. Gently close the action. Got to insert the mag. Now, I'm going to have you watch the target here. Check this out. Whoa! Whoa, did you see it? Did you see it? Watch right in the middle of the A zone. You see that laser? That's if you've got everything aligned. And in this diminished light where I turned the studio lights off, the actual laser is a much tighter dot. It doesn't look as big in real life as it does there, but it's plenty bright. About 20 feet away out at the gray wall out there. It's pretty cool. So we've got a trigger press, and we've got a laser that is striking out on the target. So what comes with the tool? We're going to set this down for a minute. I'm just going to show you. So in the box comes a few things. We've got some spacers that allow that magazine, depending on which model you have for the SIG in this instance, to fit more like a natural magazine. It's got a USB-C charger, which is great. Something I know I did chat about with them, and I'm sure everybody is tired of the myriad of chargers. The USB-C has kind of become the norm. So this requires a charging, which the USB-C is there. They give you this. Why would you want that? Well, I've got to get that laser cartridge out. So a nice little dowel rod. Hey, I just realized that thing's even marked. It says DryFire barrel plunger. We've got a little business card with some information. We've got a sweet sticker. We've got a personal Bible with verses of comfort, assurance, and salvation. So that's cool. They're a Christian family based out in the mountain region. And then we've got a little Allen, and that Allen is for making adjustments to the trigger feel because it's not actually your striker that's moving around in there. So cool stuff. Of course, directions, which I happen to read. And this is cool. So as I mentioned, Laser Ammo has apps. They've got some different things on their website that you can use this with. Targets that you can shoot and things that score, but it's pretty dang cool to see. And I'm going to shoot across the studio here at some light switches. Oh, those light switches are smoked. You get instant feedback of that laser. So a couple things to think about. Dryfire, I don't care if it's with these tools or if you're old-fashioned pressing on a dead trigger. Now, there's ways that you can stick oftentimes we just use a little small chunk of a zip tie to hold the action open ever so slightly. And when you do that, you can find a sweet spot in the action where you can press. I'll show you this here. You can press on a dead trigger. The action, and I don't mean the action of the gun, the action of pressing the trigger is not nearly as important as many people think it is. What? It's so important. Whenever you miss, it's because of a bad trigger press. The reason that most of us are missing is because as we press the trigger, our grip is inefficient, malformed. The grip is changing in pressure. So I want you to watch the target, and I'm not even looking at the sights, but if I increase my grip pressure with my dominant hand, if I increase it as I shoot, do you see what's happening? That laser is making a line on the target. I'm going to move this a little bit more so that it's a little more in your field of view. Watch the laser if I just have a good grip. You see what looks to be just a red point. Now, if I increase grip pressure, which would look like this, as I'm squeezing the trigger, actuating the trigger, if my grip pressure changes, watch what the laser does. This is not me pushing the gun. This is me merely, remember, nobody's behind the camera. This is me merely squeezing my gripping fingers. Coincidentally, if I take my support hand and I squeeze, you can see all kinds of movement that's induced. Back to some thought about Dryfire. Whatever you input is probably what you're going to output. This goes for anything. So what I practice, I'm not just sitting there staring across the room trying to shoot a light switch. No, I need to practice all the things that I want to do when there's a live round in the gun. So my grip is sure. As I press, if I'm doing this right, if I'm 10, 20 yards from a target, I really shouldn't even see that laser. Why? Because in this case, my front sight is covering that laser. I can see a little splash of it, but if I'm looking for the laser, where are my eyes not? They're not on the target, they're not on the sights. If you're shooting a red dot, you should dim it down as you're using this. I've got another SIG here that has a dot on it, and I was playing with it as well. And if I dimmed the dot down, I could just see a flash out on the target. So the trick whenever you're using any of the laser training tools, the trick is that we don't want to stare at the laser, because now I'm no longer seeing my sights. I'm no longer looking for the target, but instead I'm just trying to toss it out there like I'm squirt gunning. That said, I do a lot of practice with these from point shooting. I like point shooting. If you watch our videos, I'm not condoning point shooting as a tactic. I think it's fun. It's like cowboy action shooting. Clear a plate rack from the hip makes you feel pretty dang cool to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and clear that plate rack. It's fun. It also makes you a more efficient shooter when you are able to index that gun under your eye quicker and faster. So, do you have to have one of these? Nope. But what it does is it gives you some instant feedback out on a piece of cardboard or out on the target. And something that I think we're often not doing, I'm going to come out here so you can see, is we should be analyzing our grip. If I'm shooting and I'm seeing that dot bouncing around, then that's what's going to be happening to the muzzle. It's telling us a tail. If I'm tightening my grip, we're going to see that laser showing up as a line on the target. Big picture, cool tool, made by great people. I'm proud to have their support. They did not pay me for this video. They do support our S12 event, which I'm very proud of, and I hope to see them again. I just ran into them at SHOT Show. Great people. Yes, CarryTrainer has a discount code, which I will put in the description for DryFireMag products. If they have some type of sale going on for Labor Day or something like that, oftentimes that code disappears during those sales. Food for thought. Hey, if you guys are interested in coming out to train with us, our next class is in Phoenix, Arizona, this March 2025. Then we're up in Las Vegas. We've got a 2-day and a 3-day class in Las Vegas, pistol class and a rifle pistol class. Up in Las Vegas, we've got our 3-day rifle pistol class. Then we're moving out east for a little bit and then out to California. We're in NorCal for our flagship 3-day rifle pistol class. Marksmanship matters. How you train matters. Having intention in your training and understanding what it is that you want to get out is super important. Oftentimes we've got to go learn. You got to go figure out what it is you should be training before you go train, if that makes sense. If you just go out with a set of golf clubs and know nothing about a swing and practice all the time, you're probably going to get really good at sucking. Food for thought. Be well. Don't be dickheads. Tell somebody you love them. Check out the newest addition to the DryFireMag family. Oh, one more thing about this. It's drop free. So the other iteration of this was not. This new one with the laser, drop free. Pretty dang cool. Bye now.